Good morning, sir and ma'am. Today, my topic for the Niman exhibition is drip irrigation. Drip irrigation or trickle irrigation is a type of micro irrigation system that has potential to save water and the nutrients by allowing water to drip slowly from the roots of the plants either above or below the soil. Drip irrigation is known to be 95% to 100% of water with efficiency. Drip irrigation provides water near the base of the plant, leaving the upper foliage dry and less susceptible to fungi. The advantage to using trickle or drip is irrigation will be simple and will be in control. It works by exposing the roots to a direct supply of water. This method is facilitated by the use of drip emitters, which release water in a row and a steady fashion. Drip irrigation emitters are connected to a water source by a feeder whose another version of a drip irrigation uses a hose that has a drip emitters built into it. Some of the advantages of drip irrigation are water application of efficiency is high if managed correctly. Fields with irregular shape are easily accommodated. So, type plays an important role in frequency of irrigation. Foliage remains dry, reducing risk of the disease and fungi. That's for it. Thank you. Bye bye.
I'm Krish Manohar Shyam from AG. In my Nirman project on Vistas of Career, I will speak on opportunities in the field of Internet of Things or IoT as commonly known. IoT describes the network of physical objects that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the Internet. The infrastructure model created by me here is the IoT connectivity infrastructure, which enables seamless communication between people, processes, and things via the internet with embedded device. Beneficiaries are home, offices, agriculture, automobiles, and manufacturing sites, etc. With more than 10 billion connected IoT devices today, the experts are expecting this number to grow to 22 billion by 2025. The IoT career opportunity that currently exists could never been imagined or thought of before. There are excellent IoT career opportunities like data analytics, network architect, security, hardware and devices, user interface, sensors and actual professionals, embedded programs engineer, artificial intelligence. I have an ambition to become a network architect in the field of IoT. In addition to hard technical skills, network architects needs to understand the company's business needs in the order to design an efficient, secure and scalable network that aligns with strategical network and follows all the communication protocols collectively. In addition to hard technical skills, network architects needs to understand the company's business needs in order to design an efficient, secure and scalable network that aligns with strategic goals and follows all the communication protocols effectively. With a firm grasp on business issues, the network architect can begin to craft the network blueprints, carefully considering aspects like which hardware, software, and cable infrastructure will be best suited the project at hand. And yes, this is a very high paid job too. Thank you.
Very good morning to one and all. My name is Puranjay Rathore from class 8th G. Our today's Nirman topic is hydroelectric power plant. So let's first understand the basic mechanism of the hydroelectric. The hydroelectric power plant comprises of electromechanical equipment. The main idea of hydroelectric power plant is to convert the potential energy of water to electrical energy to produce light. So let's first understand the working of this model. This is a turbine as shown over here, and this is a power generator as shown. So I'm going to add water at this turbine at a height for its rotation to the turbine. This is how the model works. The rotation of the turbine produces heat energy which transforms into electrical energy by the power generator. Let me brief you about some of the career options for the people who are interested in this sector. Electrician and technician and hydroelectric manager and mechanical engineering. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anshi Ghosh and I am from class 8G. My roll number is 2. Today I am going to present a project on the topic Vistas of Career. There are various kinds and types of agriculture, and the one that I have picked for my topic is aquaponics farming. Aquaponics is a food production system that consists of raising aquatic animals such as fish, crayfish, snails or prawns in a tank, which is called aquaculture, with hydroponics, which is cultivating plants in water, whereby the nutrient-rich aquaculture water is fed to hydroponically grown plants where nitrifying bacteria converts ammonia into nitrates. Aquaponic consists of two main parts: the aquaculture part for raising aquatic animals and the hydroponics part for growing plants. In this model, this pipe carries the water to the first floor, this pipe carries the water to the second floor, and this pipe carries the whole water to the tank, which is used for raising the aquatic animals. Many people do not know what aquaponics is, and hence they do not use this method to grow plants, but this is a very fast and efficient way to grow plants at home. As aquaponics have been into consideration lately, many people try to grow aquaponic plants at home by this method. Aquaponics can be used for farming in the future. Thank you.
Hello teachers and my dear friends. My name is Tanisha Thakur from class 8G. Today I will present you my Nirman project. My topic for today is photography. I am really passionate about photography. Photography is my hobby and I want to take this hobby and make it a part of my life. I want to become a photographer when I grow up. These were some of the pictures which I have captured using my camera. What is photography? Photography is a way of making a picture using a camera. A person who makes pictures using a camera is called a photographer. A picture made using a camera is called a photograph or photo. Photography became popular in the middle 19th century with daguerreotype. Later, wet plate and dry plate methods were invented. What photography means to me? An eye for photography is a lot more valuable than any camera in the world. What photography means to me is the best way to explore a city, a way to connect with a community of people who appreciate art and beauty like I do, a fun activity of capturing precious methods and emotions that can be enjoyed in solitary. So now I may show you my camera from which I take my photos. So the camera is Canon M50. So I may show you the camera and how to take photos. So first I'll on the camera and remove the lens cap and then switch on the lens. So now you can see it. So this is a button to take the photos. If you click it, then it will take a photo. So right now I'm taking a photo. You can also take photos and videos. So to take a photo, there is a pin, if you can see. There is a 4-grid pin. So from that we need to keep that on the object you are focusing mainly. So like if I'm taking a photo of a bird, so the point should be on the bird and not on this object behind.
Hello, my name is Anjali Gohil and I'm from class 8th G and I'll be explaining acupuncture. Well, acupuncture is a form of a medicine and a component of a Chinese traditional medicine in which thin needles are inserted into the body. Why? Well, let me explain. Acupuncture is one of the oldest medicine procedures in the world. This branch of contemporary medicine has its origin in Asia and has served basis of medical knowledge for thousands of years. Acupuncture aims to maintain and restore health through balancing the body's energy system. The term acupuncture encompasses a broad spectrum of procedures including stimulation methods such as manual needle acupuncture, laser needle acupuncture or electrical acupuncture. There are various various types of acupuncture points. For example, acupuncture points for height growth are on our palm under the thumb. Stomach point is also very important for us because if the stomach digestion is good, then it will help in absorbing the nutrients and it will also increase the height. Another example is acupuncture point for a frozen shoulder. It is in the muscles of our shoulder about halfway between our neck and where our arms begin. This point has been used in successful acupuncture studies for headache and muscle tension as well. Well, now we learn that. What are the benefits of doing this? It reduces stress. Stress is one of the top reasons why people seek acupuncture treatment. Whether it demands from our job or personal pressures, nearly 77% of us admit that we experience physical symptoms of stress. While work is a major trigger, acupuncture has been proven to lower our stress hormones and moderate mood to reduce anxiety and improve overall feelings of happiness. Enhanced mental clarity and increased energy. Acupuncture patients report enhanced mental clarity and often experience a surge of increased energy. Improved sleep is an additional benefit, which is why acupuncture is used to treat sleep disorders like insomnia. The plus factor is that acupuncture is a therapy for children over the age of 8. Thank you. I hope you liked my presentation.
Hi everyone, I am Mariam Sayed from class 8G and my topic for Nirman exhibition is genetic engineering. Genetic engineering or genetic editing is a type in which DNA is modified, replaced, inserted or deleted in a genome of a living organism.
The deliberate modification of the characteristics of an organism by manipulating its genetic material. Genetic engineering is also called genetic modification or genetic manipulation. It's the direct manipulation of an organism's genes using the biotechnology.
Everyone, I am Sananjati Kumar Singh from 8th G. Today my topic for Nirman exhibition is science. In the field of science, today we are going to learn about heart. As we all know that heart pumps blood to all parts of our body. So, the right ventricle of the heart pumps the deoxygenated blood to the lungs, and then lungs pumps the blood to the left auricle of the heart. Then the left auricle of the heart pumps blood to the left ventricle, and then the left ventricle pumps the oxygenated blood to other parts of the body. I have made a working model of heart. This is the heart, and these are the veins that carries oxygenated or deoxygenated or oxygenated blood to the heart. So let's imagine this is a vein of that carries deoxygenated blood to the heart. So when we pump the heart, it carries the deoxygenated blood. You can see the water over here. It carries the deoxygenated blood to the heart, and then this wire, this vein, we can imagine it has which carries oxygenated blood to the heart or to the other bodies. Then the blood gets oxygenated here, and that it is carried away to other body parts. Let's imagine these are the body parts. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Suhan Patel from class 8G and my topic is modern medicines. Hippocrates invented modern medicine and is also known for father of modern medicine. He described in scientific manner many diseases and their treatment after detailed observation. There are many medicines and their examples: tablet, liquid, capsule, inhaler, injection. Liquid is a medicine most commonly used by patients who have difficulties to swallow tablets and capsules, such as children and elderly person. Capsule includes medication that enclosed in an outer shell. These outer cells are broken down into digestive tract and the medication is absorbed into bloodstream and then distributed into human body. Inhaler. Inhaler is a medical device used for delivering medicines into the lungs of a human body. Injection. Injection is the act of administering liquid, especially a drug, into person's body with uses of needles and syringe. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ara Bosle and I am from 8th G. This is my project UI and UX Designs. UI devices designs is the processes designers use to design interfaces or software or computerized devices, focusing on looks or style. Designers aim to create interfaces for daily uses and pleasurable. UI design refers to graphical user interfaces and other forms. Example, voice controlled interface. UX design is the process design teams use to create products that provide meaningful and relevant references to users. This involves the design of the entire process of acquiring and integration of our product, including aspects of branding, design, stability, and function. So as you can see here, we have taken an example of UX as a bar frame. So in UX, you can see we have done some sample edits. Then it goes to the UI designs. UI designs insert it with some colors, bright colors, labels, etc. So this is then fully completed. The processes of UI and UX are research, analysis, design, development, and launch. The two main functions of the UX are research and analysis, and the three main functions for UI are design, development, and launch. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Jiasha from class 8G and my topic is about finance. So every one of us know what is finance, but many don't know the exact definition of finance. So finance is a broad term that describes activities associated with banking, capital markets, money, investments, etc. So in banking there are loans, which means short-term borrowing of the government. And there is investments, as you can see on the chart. And the third box, which is named as revenue requirement, which means barter system, give and take formula. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.
Good morning one and all. I Keshav Agrawal. Today from class 8G I am going to present my Nirman project Vistas of Career Environmental Science. What is environmental science? The branch of science that deals with nature and its effects on humans and other organisms is known as environmental science. What is the job of environmental scientist? Environmental scientists and specialists use their knowledge to identify problems and find solutions for it. They also prevent things that can be hazardous to humans. How is my project helping in this? I have built an air cooler, as you can see. This uses grey water. So there is no wastage of water. So here I am helping in two ways. First, there is no electricity usage as ice is producing cool air. And second, minimum wastage of water as the grey water is being reused for making ice. Where can this be used? This can be used in places like restaurants, hotels, showrooms, etc. where there is always AC on.
Good morning teachers, students and my dear friends. My name is Arif Malik from class 8G and today I am going to show you my Nirman exhibition project. My project is a very useful but an easy to make project which is called a homemade sanitizer. A sanitizer is really useful these days and it helps us to remove the germs on our hands. And as you all know, COVID-19 is spreading these days, so a sanitizer is really useful. Now this sanitizer is made up of aloe vera gel, almond oil and a rubbing alcohol. So let me show you how I made this project. Here I have already taken an aloe vera gel. Now I am going to mix it And now I'm gonna add some almond oil. After adding the almond oil, now I'm going to add some rubbing alcohol in it. Now after mixing it, the end result will be our hand sanitizer. So as you can see, the sanitizer is ready to use. Now I added almond oil because it gives a nice smell to the sanitizer, and also the sanitizer will last much longer than before. I hope you like my project. Thank you.
Good morning, my dear teachers and friends. Today I, Saisha Sharma, on the theme Vistas of Career, is going to speak on the topic modern technologies on farming that are next level. In this, there are 5 innovations which I am going to explain. First is vertical farming. Vertical farming is a process in which plants are grown in rooms at artificial temperature and light. In vertical farming, it uses less water and pesticides than traditional agricultural methods. Next is pisciculture or fish farming. It is the breeding of fishes which is used for food and stored on fixed tanks and fish ponds. Next is rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a process to store rainwater rather than let it to run off. Next is drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is a process in which water is transferred to plants at very low rates. As modern agriculture needs a lot of electricity, solar panels convert sunlight into electricity. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Prem Bonnet and my topic for today is innovation in civil engineering. We are all aware about the bad traffic conditions which result in harassment, accidents and delays. To control this, we can think about roads with special tunnels. During huge jams, the cars which have to travel long distances can move towards these special tunnels, and the tunnels can sense these cars coming and open up. For example, a car which is traveling a huge distance from Mumbai to Ahmedabad in Gujarat can approach these special tunnels, and the tunnel can sense it and open up. This way, we can reduce the amount of traffic on the roads, and we can also help these cars reach their destinations faster through these tunnels. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Vatsal Srivastava from Standard 8G. In the Nirman exhibition, my topic is GPON. What is GPON? GPON stands for Gigabyte Passive Optical Network. GPON is a telecommunications access technology that uses fiber optic cabling to reach the user. In this project, we have made a working model showing automation system which can be used for home, office, shops. Here, this is a model of home showing automation system. Here, this is a GPON router which is connected to single fiber. This is a light, an AC, model of fan 1 and fan 2. Now I will show you how this light can be controlled using mobile. You can switch on or off the light using mobile. Also, you can change the color of the light and the intensity. Similarly, you can turn on or off this AC using mobile. Here I have turned on the AC and now I have turned off it. In a similar way, other household appliances can be controlled using Wi-Fi switch. Here I have made two models of fan 1 and fan 2. They run on DC motor and they can be made turn on and turn off. This will help you control and optimize even when you're not physically available at that place. That will save energy and your time also. Future relevance have major role in all areas and Internet of Things. Jobs in GPON field are well paid. Top companies are Nokia, Alcatel-Lucent, Jio, Airtel and Vodafone. Thank you.
Good morning one and all present here. My name is Asad Kadam from class 8G, roll number 22. My topic for Nirman is energy bar. Let me explain you the working principle of this project. The working principle of this project is that electricity can be harnessed by human power with the help of makeshift playground equipment. This is a basic concept of converting kinetic energy into electrical energy with the help of electrical motor built-in gear in assembly. Now let me show you the working model. This is the electric motor, this is a seesaw and these are some LED lights. If I am moving the seesaw, as you can see, there are the electrical lights are generating. This is the process of converting kinetic energy into electrical energy. Thank you.
Greetings of the day. My name is Pratham Jetli. I'm from class 8G. My roll number is 8729. My topic of Vista's career is aerospace engineering. Firstly, I will tell you all about what does aerospace engineers do. Aerospace engineer design spacecraft, aircraft, missiles and weapon systems. In addition, they are also responsible for assembling, maintaining and ensuring the function properly at all times. One specializes in other important experiments such as air guidance system, air guidance control system, prosperation. Is aerospace engineering a good career? It has good scope and will increase in future. Job opportunities are available in airlines, air force, corporate research companies, defense ministry, helicopter companies, aviation companies, NASA and many others. Through aerospace engineering gets well paid. Aerospace engineering can earn a nice salary as well as having a fulfilling career. The average aerospace engineer makes is 160,500 per year according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now I will tell you all about my working model. It is a Chinook. The two rotors are linked by transmission that ensures that rotors are synchronized and do not hit each other, even during an engine failure. The tandem rotors design achieve yaw by applying opposite left and right cycling to each other rotor, efficiently pulling both ends to the helicopter opposite direction. To achieve pitch, opposite collectively is applied to each rotor, decreasing the lift produced at the one end while increasing the lift at the opposite end, effectively tilting the helicopter forward or backward.
Good morning, my name is Divya from 8G, roll number 25. Today the topic is solar panel. Solar panel is a device, is like this device which is used for in place of electricity, and it is very useful in bikes, scooters and etc. And by it we can save the environment, and the environment is very and saving of environment is very necessary for us, and it is our work to save the life of the environment, and in future it shall be like this, that everyone in the world or apartment buildings can use this. Thank you.
Oh hey, you must be wondering what I am doing with this controller. I am trying to improve my hand-eye coordination skills, which can help me earning money. Wanna know how? Let's know about it. Hello, I am one and all present here. My name is Dave, and today I am going to provide some information about a career as a drone pilot. Drones have been in much favor during this pandemic. They have been instrumental agents in supplying food and necessary essentials such as masks, sanitizers, etc. But do you know that drones are also used by the army? Well, yes. Drones play a vital role in keeping a bird's eye on the suspicious activity that may have detrimental effects to our nation's safety. A drone may seem like a high-end remote control, but there are many parameters and protocols that need to be imbibed in order to become a drone pilot. But like in every other career, this career also needs some qualifications. For drone pilot, no pilot license is required for operating nano drones and micro drones for non-commercial use. But to operate any other type of drone, you need to get a license and a training. For that, you need to clear a drone test, UAT, Unmanned Aerial Training Degree. You need to be 18 years of age and have a 10th pass certificate for joining any training institute. The license drone pilots get is called Private Pilot Certificate PPF. Now to learn you need an institute. So some famous institutes in India are Indian Academy of Drones, Drone Federation of India and Max Stock UAV Flight School. These are government institutions and when completed with its course, they directly send you to the DRDO Flying and Trainers Organization. It is not necessary to go in DRDO after completion of its course. There are not many fields which require drone pilots such as filmmaking industry, aerial photography, kit supplier and many more. The average income of a drone pilot per month is around 84,560 INR per month. Yearly is 10,14,720 INR. Some prominent drone pilots in India are Mohan Singh, Rachit Soni, Avdesh and many more. I hope you like my project. Thank you for being a part of my project.
Hello everyone, myself Ridhya Mehta and today I am going to be sharing some information on the device named Doppler for my Nirman project. So what exactly is a Doppler? A Doppler scanning is a form of ultrasound and the procedure is the same. It is painless and non-invasive. So let me show you how a Doppler looks like. This is the Doppler. This is a probe which is kept on the mother's abdomen in order to hear the child's heartbeat. And this is the microphone through which we can hear the child's heartbeat. These types of sound waves projected into the womb are bounced back to the transducer, which are able to bounce off the RBCs, that is the red blood cells, as they move, giving an accurate picture of their speed. From this, we can calculate the rate of the blood flow moving through the umbilical cord between the baby and the placenta. Functionality and the health of the placenta are thereby checked. During the scan, a handheld device of a Doppler called the transducer is placed over the baby bump. It sends and receives sound waves. These sound waves are processed to access the blood flow, which gives a good idea of how the baby is doing.
The career I have chosen is to become a lawyer. Lawyer is an advocate or advisor in society to represent one of the opposing parties in the criminal or civil trial. Being a lawyer takes lots of hard work and dedication. I would enjoy this job because I like the challenges, innovations and I perform well under pressure. Legal innovations does not necessarily happen on podiums or in writings of theoreticians, but rather it comes about in the day-to-day reality of lawmakers and implementers of law. The latest legal innovation in this field is the idea of applying new technology. The most significant emerging technology is artificial intelligence, also known as AI. Online research databases have replaced law books. Digital contracts have replaced physical copies, etc. The innovation make a law firm routine task easier and efficient. Artificial intelligence is very important for conducting legal research, marketing our firm, and make better business decisions. Thank you.
Radiologist. Radiologist is a medical doctor who specializes in diagnosing and treating diseases and injuries using medical imaging techniques such as X-rays, computed tomography (CT), magnetic resonance imaging (MRI), nuclear machine, positron emission tomography (PET), fusing and ultrasound. Radiology plays a huge role in disease management by giving physicians more options, tools, and techniques for detection and treatment. Diagnostic imaging allows for detailed information about structural or disease related changes. With the ability to diagnose during the early stages, patients may be saved. Now, let's focus on the path to becoming a radiologist. It starts with a bachelor's in radiology degree focused on biology and physics, like an MBBS or a pre-medical degree, and continues with a master's in radiology degree. Besides, there are diplomas or fellowship programs available to get specialized with radiology courses after MBBS. Thank you.
Hello friends, I am Paridhi Agrawal and today I am presenting my project on innovations in jurisdictional system. While we have seen a lot of innovation around us in the last few years, one area which I feel has been left out is the Indian jurisdictional system. On an average, there are millions of cases pending at any given day and last 2 years have made things more difficult. I took this topic thinking around what we can do to make it more efficient and reduce time to justice. With making jurisdictional system more digitalized and tech-savvy, I do not only mean to limit ourselves to the use of Zoom or Skype for hearings, but I am looking at making use of technological advancements to improve time to justice. In my project, I am projecting the use of data management system to capture and pre-validate data, all necessary documents, claims, etc. before they are passed on to the next level. In the next level, we give legal counsel to both the parties. They come together and present their case at the interim judge. The objective of this level is to weed away all unnecessary proxy cases, try to explore settlement ideas, or categorize them into a relevant category based on type of urgency or attention needed. Lastly, all the filtered cases are presented in the main court where actual hearing and trials would begin. By the time we get to this part of the court, all the documents are examined, summary of pre-trials are already documented, and we save a lot of time as well as direction of the case to the judge is also provided. While I do not intend to sound like the entire system can be done overnight, I mean that we have to start over it at some point in time so that we provide an efficient and a better jurisdictional system. Like it is said, a justice delayed is a justice denied. Thank you.
Good morning, one and all. My name is Pratyush Khade, studying in 8G in NL Dalmia High School. My topic for today is Vistas of Career, and I took engineering and made a solar car. What is solar energy? Solar energy is radiant light and heat from the sun that is harnessed using a range of technologies such as solar power to generate electricity. Solar. What is solar car? A solar car is a solar vehicle for use on public roads or racetracks. Solar vehicles are electric vehicles that use self-contained solar cells to power themselves from sunlight. Solar vehicles typically contain a rechargeable battery to help regulate and store the energy from solar cells and capture kinetic energy from the vehicle during braking. Some solar cars can be plugged into external power sources to supplement the power of sunlight used to charge the battery. Powering cars using solar energy has some great benefits. Using solar energy means fossil fuels, which are a limited resource, will be used less. Solar energy is free. Solar energy doesn't cause pollution. Solar energy will never run out. However, there are some problems. You can only get solar power during the day and there is less on cloudy days. Solar equipment is very expensive. Expensive batteries are needed to store solar energy for cars to be able to run at night. Solar cells are not very efficient and the collector areas are too big for the consumers. As you can see in this car, here is the solar panel and here is the motor. So it converts the sunlight into electrical energy to help the car move. This is for today. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Navya Panchal. I am from class 8G and my topic is modern invention in dentistry. Dentistry, also known as dental medicine or oral medicine, that consists of the study, diagnosis, prevention and treatment of diseases or disorders of the teeth. Dentists do not only treat our teeth but also bring a smile on patient's face. Because of crooked or unevenly aligned teeth, people are very shy to smile openly. Because of the invention of dental braces, people started smiling more openly. Dental braces. They are dental tools that help correct problems with your teeth. As you wear them, braces slowly straighten and align your teeth and give you a perfect smile. The braces have now evolved to something called as Invisalign. Invisalign is a proprietary method of orthodontic treatment which uses a series of clear removable teeth aligners used as an alternative to traditional metal dental braces. Invisalign was invented by two Stanford University students, Zia Chisti and Kelsey Worth. Here are some examples of traditional metal dental braces and Invisalign.